Rough year for Malawi as the country has been battling severe flash floods which have led to the loss of dozens of lives as well as the displacement of thousands. Now there's a new challenge. Health officials are working to ensure that cholera does not spread into camps which are hosting the victims of the flooding. At least 60 cholera cases were reported in parts of the country, and aid agencies are trying to provide clean water and sanitation facilities to hundreds of thousands of those who've been displaced.
Caused by days of torrential rain in recent months had swept away roads and bridges, destroyed thousands of hectares of crops, and raised fears of a cholera outbreak. Health officials now say there is a cholera spread after 2 people died from the disease and 60 cases were recorded on March 5th. The worst recorded outbreak of cholera in Malawi was during a drought in 2001-2002 when nearly 1,000 people, mostly children, died out of 33,000 cases. Aid groups have started campaigns to improve water and sanitation facilities like toilets for people staying in camps to try and prevent any further infections.
I have learned that whenever I visit the toilet, I must wash my hands. Also, when I change my child's nappies, I must wash my hands. Cleanliness must be observed when we prepare food and also around the camp to avoid contracting diseases like cholera and dysentery.
Cholera is always present in Malawi at a low level, mainly in the rainy season, when sanitation is poor and drinkable water scarce, and health officials rate the normal cholera infection rate at 0.2% of the population. Health experts have warned that if the situation is not addressed with urgency, more deaths could be recorded.
These videos are so important because it's also a mode of communication. Looking at their pictures that are translating, we can always translate into activities that are going on.
The United Nations and its partners have allocated $9.2 million in emergency funding to save lives and bring help to people in 3 districts hardest hit by floods in southern Malawi. The money will help provide food, shelter, education, water, sanitation, agriculture and other emergency aid to more than 270,000 people affected by the floods in Chikwawa, Nsanje and Falombe districts. Aid workers say many people are likely to require assistance in coming months.
What could happen more is if we had funding from whosoever, is to elect more pit latrines, conduct more hygiene promotions and give this more safe water. Because what you have is 2 boreholes, and those 2 boreholes are under pressure from these 10,000 people and the original inhabitants of this village.
The heavy rains also damaged crops, raising fears of a poor harvest. Last year, Malawi's farmers harvested 3.9 million tons of the staple crop maize, providing a surplus of almost 1 million tons. Malawi is one of the world's poorest and most densely populated countries, and about 85% of its 17.5 million people are farmers living in rural areas.
We'll take a break now on Network Africa. When we come back, we'll bring you updates concerning the president of Zambia's health. He might need to travel abroad for treatments. Please stay with us for details.